Age is just a number. Energy is a choice. And perhaps nothing proves this more than the remarkable life of Iris Apfel. Born in 1921, she's outlasted a century of change, witnessed the rise and fall of trends, and yet her own vibrancy has never waned. As we journey through her story, let her experiences and wisdom remind us that aging doesn't have to mean fading away. Instead, it can be a time to flourish, to express yourself, and to live each day with joy and intention. Imagine waking up every morning, not with dread or resignation, but with curiosity, wondering what the new day will bring, what you can create, whom you might inspire. This is how Iris Apfel approaches life, even as she celebrates more than a century on this earth. Her mornings begin not with a marathon workout or a trendy smoothie, but with the comfort of a simple, nourishing breakfast. There's a small glass of freshly squeezed orange juice, a warm bowl of oatmeal or grits, and a cup of decaf coffee with just a splash of hot skim milk. It's a ritual, unfussy, reliable, and packed with the kind of nutrients that fuel her long days. Why oatmeal and grits? It's not just about tradition, it's about sustaining energy. Complex carbohydrates like those found in these foods are digested slowly, providing a steady stream of fuel to her brain and body. There's a lesson here for all of us. Eating for vitality doesn't require expensive ingredients or complicated routines. Sometimes it's the humble foods, prepared simply and eaten mindfully, that best support our health. And as Iris herself recommends, if you're enjoying citrus, try eating the whole fruit. The fiber in the pulp slows sugar absorption, aids digestion, and helps you feel full longer. But breakfast is just the beginning. Iris carries her philosophy of simplicity and quality into every meal. For lunch and dinner, she opts for lean proteins like white fish, chicken, or turkey, paired with an abundance of vegetables. There are no heavy sauces, no processed foods, and no supersized portions. Instead, each plate is a celebration of color, flavor, and nourishment, an approach that has sustained her through decades of activity and creativity. One of Iris's most beloved ingredients is turmeric. This golden spice, long celebrated in traditional medicine, is now recognized for its powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Iris sprinkles it on eggs, stirs it into soups, mixes it into warm milk before bed, and tosses it with roasted vegetables. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, has been studied for its potential to support brain health, protect the joints, and even slow the aging process. It's a small addition to her diet, but one that reflects her broader approach. Simple choices, made consistently, can have profound effects over time. Of course, Iris is not without her indulgences. A glass of wine, enjoyed in moderation, brings pleasure, and as research suggests, may offer heart benefits. But she draws the line at raw seafood and rare meats, a decision rooted in her experiences traveling the world and witnessing foodborne illnesses firsthand. Processed snacks and sugary sodas are also absent from her kitchen. Instead, she reaches for fresh fruit, letting natural sweetness satisfy her cravings. But what truly sets Iris apart isn't just her diet, nor is it a rigorous exercise routine. In fact, she's famously said, "I don't work out regularly. I like to keep busy. That's my exercise." And busy she is. Even in her hundreds, Iris continues to design, collaborate, mentor, and create. Her schedule is packed with interviews, fashion shoots, and creative projects. For her, mental and creative engagement is the ultimate workout, a way to keep the mind sharp, the spirit lively, and the heart young. It's this mindset, more than any food or supplement, that Iris credits for her enduring vitality. She wakes up each day with purpose, refusing to let age define her limits. She sees each year as an opportunity, not a burden. "I don't believe in retiring," she once said. "Why would I stop doing what I love?" It's a question worth pondering. So often, we set artificial endpoints for our dreams, thinking we're too old for a new career, a bold hairstyle, or a creative pursuit. Iris's life is a living rebuttal to that idea. She became a fashion icon at 84. She collaborated with Barbie at 96. She's still signing contracts and breaking barriers at 102. Her family history offers some clues too. Longevity seems to run in her DNA. Her mother, born in the 19th century, not only graduated from college but also attended law school, an extraordinary feat for a woman of her era. She lived past 100. Iris's beloved husband, Carl, was her business partner, travel companion, and soulmate for more than 6 decades, living to nearly 101. But Iris is quick to point out that genetics is only part of the equation. The real secret, she insists, is in the choices we make every day, the foods we eat, the way we move through the world, and perhaps most importantly, the attitude we carry with us. So what can we learn from Iris Apfel about living not just a long life, but a vibrant, fulfilling one? First, consistency matters. Whether it's a daily breakfast routine or a lifelong avoidance of processed foods, small habits done day after day create a foundation for well-being. There's no need for dramatic overhauls or fleeting fads. Instead, Iris shows us the power of sticking with what works, adjusting as needed, but always prioritizing nourishment and quality. Second, simplicity is powerful. In a world obsessed with superfoods and supplements, Iris's meals are refreshingly basic. She doesn't chase the latest trends. She listens to her body and honors what feels good. This approach not only reduces stress, but also makes healthy living accessible to anyone, regardless of budget or culinary skill. Third, mental stimulation is essential. Iris might skip the gym, but she never skips an opportunity to learn, create, or connect. She keeps her mind engaged by working, reading, and surrounding herself with beauty. Whether she's designing a new collection, mentoring a young artist, or collaborating with a global brand, she's always in motion, proving that creativity is the ultimate anti-aging remedy. Fourth, passion is non-negotiable. Iris doesn't see work as a chore or a means to an end. For her, work is an extension of her identity, a way to express herself and make a mark on the world. She encourages others to find what lights them up and to pursue it with gusto, regardless of age or circumstance. Fifth, don't fear aging, embrace it. Iris sees each wrinkle as a badge of honor, each year as a gift. She laughs at the idea that getting older means becoming invisible. Instead, she uses her age as a platform, inspiring millions to live boldly and authentically. Her signature oversized glasses, layered jewelry, and colorful outfits are more than fashion statements. They're declarations of self-love and confidence. And finally, surround yourself with positive influences. Iris has always valued relationships with her husband, her mentors, her friends, and her fans. She credits much of her happiness to the love and support she's received, as well as the joy she finds in giving back. Whether it's through a kind word, a creative partnership, or a piece of advice, she seeks to uplift those around her. If you're looking for a blueprint for your own life, consider adopting some of the Apfel habits. Establish a morning routine that nourishes both body and mind. Maybe it's a wholesome breakfast, a walk in the fresh air, or a few moments of quiet reflection. Choose whole foods over processed ones whenever possible. Lean proteins, fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole grains are timeless staples. Experiment with herbs and spices like turmeric, not just for flavor, but for their health benefits. Let go of the guilt around exercise if it isn't your thing. Instead, find ways to stay active and engaged through hobbies, creative pursuits, or volunteer work. Prioritize mental stimulation. Read, learn, create, and connect. Keep your mind as active as your body. Cultivate purpose. Whether through work, art, or service, find something that gives your days meaning. Don't let age dictate your style, ambitions, or sense of adventure. Wear what you love, try new things, and be unapologetically yourself. Build and nurture relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and support you. And above all, stay curious. As Iris herself says, if you're lucky enough to do something you love, everything else follows. Curiosity not only keeps life interesting, it helps us adapt, grow, and thrive, no matter our age. The world is full of messages telling us to fear aging, to chase youth, to shrink ourselves as we grow older. But Iris Apfel's life is a radiant counterpoint. She teaches us that age is not the enemy. In fact, it can be our greatest asset, a time for reinvention, for joy, for making an impact. When you see Iris draped in layers of bold jewelry, her eyes sparkling behind those iconic round glasses, you're reminded that style has no shelf life and creativity knows no retirement. She's proof that it's never too late to start something new, to make a statement, or to chase a dream. Her story encourages us to ask, what would you do if you stopped worrying about how old you are? What passions would you pursue? What adventures would you embark on? What legacy would you leave? So the next time you look in the mirror and wonder if your best days are behind you, think of Iris Apfel. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to express yourself, to nourish your body, to engage your mind, and to live with intention. Age is just a number. Energy is a choice. And as Iris Apfel continues to prove, a life well lived is measured not in years, but in joy, creativity, and the courage to be yourself. Whether you're 22 or 102, her secrets are available to you. Simplicity, consistency, curiosity, passion, purpose, love, and perhaps the most important lesson of all, never let anyone, including yourself, tell you you're too old to shine. Because as Iris Apfel would say, it's never too late to slay. Stay bold, stay healthy, and remember, your best years can be ahead of you if you choose to make them so.